At the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe lies a land where ancient stones sit beside cutting-edge startups. From the twilight of the medieval period to the bustling nation of today, Israel's story is one of conquest, revival, and relentless innovation. In the next few minutes, we'll travel backwards in time, tracing the pivotal events that have shaped modern Israel. In 1517, the Ottoman Empire captured the Levant, ending Mamluk rule and ushering in 4 centuries of relative stability. Ottoman law granted religious communities a degree of self-governance, allowing Jews, Christians, and Muslims to manage their own courts and schools. By the 1800s, the Tanzimat reforms sought to modernize the empire, centralizing tax collection, introducing new legal codes, and crucially, opening the door for European-backed economic activity in cities like Jaffa and Safed. The late 19th century witnessed a seismic shift. Persecution in Eastern Europe and the rise of nationalist ideas sparked the first Aliyah. Over 25,000 Jews arrived, founding agricultural colonies such as Rishon LeZion, Zikron Yaakov, and Petah Tikva. Parallel to this, Theodor Herzl's pamphlet Der Judenstaat crystallized political Zionism, arguing that a Jewish homeland could only be achieved through diplomatic advocacy and organized settlement. World War I shattered the Ottoman order. In 1917, Britain issued the Balfour Declaration, pledging support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, while also respecting the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities. The 1922 League of Nations mandate formalized British administration, setting the stage for intensified Jewish immigration and the emergence of a dual national political landscape. During the 1920s and 30s, the Jewish Yishuv grew from 80,000 to over 400,000, establishing institutions, schools, hospitals, the Histadrut Labor Federation, and buying land for new towns. Arab opposition to the demographic shift erupted in the 1936 to 1939 Arab Revolt, a nationalist uprising that prompted the British Peel Commission's 1937 proposal to partition the territory, a concept that would re-emerge after World War II. The horror of the Holocaust left Europe's Jews desperate for refuge. Between 1945 and 1948, Britain's restrictive immigration quotas led to the clandestine Aliyah Bet boats, many of which were intercepted. In November 1947, the United Nations voted Resolution 181, recommending the partition of Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem under international administration. The plan was accepted by the Jewish leadership but rejected by Arab states, setting the stage for conflict. On the 14th of May 1948, David Ben-Gurion proclaimed the State of Israel. Within hours, armies from Egypt, Transjordan, Syria, Lebanon, and Iraq invaded. The ensuing War of Independence lasted until early 1949, ending with armistice agreements that granted Israel control of a larger territory than the UN plan allotted. Approximately 700,000 Palestinian Arabs fled or were expelled, a tragedy that remains central to the conflict's narrative. The new state faced an existential challenge: absorbing massive immigration. The Ma'abarot, transit camps, housed Jews from Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa, swelling the population to 2 million within a decade. Militarily, Israel confronted neighboring hostility, culminating in the 1956 Suez Crisis, when Israel, Britain, and France seized the Sinai Peninsula to wrest control of the canal. Yet it was the 1967 Six-Day War that dramatically redrew the map, delivering the West Bank, Gaza Strip, Golan Heights, and East Jerusalem under Israeli control. Victory in 1967 ignited a new settlement movement, with civilians establishing communities beyond the pre-1967 Green Line. The strategic depth, however, proved costly. In October 1973, Egypt and Syria launched the Yom Kippur War, catching Israel off guard and plunging the world into an oil crisis. The war reshaped Israeli military doctrine and underscored the need for durable peace arrangements. Diplomacy eventually broke the cycle of war. The 1979 Egypt-Israel Peace Treaty, brokered at Camp David, returned the Sinai to Egypt in exchange for normalized relations, a historic first. 2 decades later, the 1993 Oslo Accords sparked hope for a two-state solution, granting limited self-rule to the Palestinian Authority in parts of the West Bank and Gaza. A 1994 treaty with Jordan further cemented Israel's regional integration. The early 2000s were marked by renewed violence. The Second Intifada saw suicide bombings and heavy Israeli military responses, costing thousands of lives. In 2005, Israel unilaterally disengaged from the Gaza Strip, evacuating 21 settlements. Subsequent conflicts, 2006 with Hezbollah in Lebanon and 2014 in Gaza, underscored the fragility of security. Yet 2020 brought a diplomatic breakthrough. The Abraham Accords normalized ties with the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco, reshaping Middle Eastern alliances. Today, Israel is a global leader in technology, biotech, and renewable energy, often dubbed the startup nation. Its population, over 9 million, mixes Jews from every continent, a growing Arab minority, and a vibrant Christian and Druze presence. Yet challenges persist. The status of Jerusalem, the future of the West Bank settlements, security concerns, and a deeply divided political landscape. How Israel navigates these issues will shape not only its own destiny, but that of the broader region. From the waning days of medieval rule to a modern state that stands at the forefront of innovation, Israel's journey is a tapestry of resilience, conflict, and renewal. If you found this overview insightful, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into world history. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.